Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. How are you this afternoon? I have Pell and Khadija with me today. Hello, Pell. Hello, Khadija.
Hello.
Hi.
And I'm Marion, and we all work at Everyday English and Community Courtyard. And today, this is our game session to help you learn English with a little bit of fun, which is always important when you're learning something. So, Pell and Khadija, you obviously went to school in English schools. What do you remember about parts of speech?
Parts of speech. What would you? What was
Yes,
that?
it's
Parts of speech.
parts of speech. It's parts of a sentence. So it's what makes
Okay.
up a sentence. What kind of words make up a
Okay.
sentence? So things like verbs. Have you heard that word?
Yeah, I remember was it connectives or something? I remember learning about how to use
Yeah.
that to form my
Yeah,
sentences to
that's
join them
right.
together. I still remember being really young learning that.
Yep, connectives. Yes, that's another part of speech. Yep, absolutely. And really, every word in a sentence is a part of speech. And we use the different parts of speech to make sense of the sentence. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to pull up our game and put my phone on silent so it doesn't do that all the way through. Okay, so today's game then. So I just is all about deciding what part of speech a word is.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have these options. We have noun. So Pell, what do you understand by a noun?
All right. Okay. So a noun. That's a word I haven't used it a long time. Okay. So would that be like? You see, if I was to use it in a sentence right now,
Mm-hmm.
I would know. Would it be like um
Let's
Hmm.
show you.
the name of a
Oh,
person
so like
or
the name. Oh, okay.
oh okay,
Oh,
so
that makes sense because then adjective.
yeah.
Yeah, adjective is basically describing the noun more, is it?
Yeah,
Very
yeah, yeah.
good.
Right.
Oh, so
Yes.
it's like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
would it be like
So,
she, he,
we're going to
no?
get to that. That's a certain
Okay.
kind of noun. That's a slightly different
Oh,
thing. A noun in
pronoun.
its Yeah, very good. Yes, a noun in itself. There are probably more nouns used in the English language than a lot of other types of words. So a noun is a thing or a person or a place. So we have anything that you can see in front of you is a noun. A table, a chair, a cat, a nose, whatever
Okay.
it may be, is a thing. A person, a man, a woman, a child. It can also be a person's name. So we could have Khadija, Pell, Marion. Those are also nouns.
Mhm.
And then a place, again, it could be college or the leisure centre or school, but it could also be the name of a place. Buckingham Palace, the Albert Hall. So those are nouns.
Yeah.
Our next option was adjectives, which, Khadija, you very rightly said, an adjective describes a noun.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yes, an adjective describes a noun. So those are the kind of words that we use to add some color and interest to our information. So we can say the house is, or we can say, this is my house. But it doesn't tell you anything about the house. If you say, this is my beautiful new house, then that tells you something about the house. We use our adjectives to help color in the picture, as it were. Verbs. So, Khadija, what do you think a verb is?
Oh God. Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I use it every day,
Yeah.
but I don't have a specific definition for it.
Okay.
Is it
So, yes,
is it like describing like an action?
yes, it is. I know in school we used to call it a doing word.
Yeah, a
Oh,
doing
I
word.
always
Yeah.
used to get verbs
Yes.
used with adjectives.
And it does. It describes an action. It can also describe a state.
Mm.
So let's just put that up. Yeah, it describes an action or a state because be is a verb and dream is a verb and believe is a verb. So they are not necessarily things that you can see happening. They're not actual actions, but they are still states. So they also count as verbs. Okay, so preposition. Pal, what do you think a preposition is?
Very good question. Okay. Preposition. Uh is it like words? It's not it's like to join the words. So is it like this is a guess. Is it like
Or,
saying
like,
is and on and
On certainly is a
on?
preposition.
Okay. Another one. Would it be in?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, yes, a preposition describes the position of something. So, yes, is it in? Is it on? Is it behind? Is it on top of? Yep, very good. Well done. And finally, pronoun. Khadija, what is a pronoun?
oh, a pronoun. It's definitely similar to a noun.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Um, what did I had something in mind, but I can't remember anymore.
Here's the hint, yeah. People put it in their bios nowadays.
Oh, okay, wait. So is it like he or she or stuff like that?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
very good. Yes, and actually, that's a really good
someone.
comment, pal. Yes, because obviously, I'm going to. Yeah, we
Thanks for the hint.
use. Yes. So it's used instead of a noun.
Okay.
So only some nouns, obviously, because pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. And obviously, because of your comment, Pell, you're right. In the English language, we are finding some new pronouns, aren't we? Where people want to establish their gender in a different way. We
Yeah.
do have some different pronouns.
Yeah.
So yes, the pronouns. For example, if we say, Marion went to the shops yesterday, and I want to say after that, Marion bought some bread, we already know we're talking about Marion. So there's no need to say Marion again. We can just say she, because
Yeah.
that subject hasn't changed. So that's when we use a pronoun to actually, when we already know who we're talking about, we just don't repeat their name. We carry on with their gender appropriate pronoun.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, let's have a look then and see how well we can decide what word goes where. So Khadija, what do you think of at? Is it a noun, an adjective, a verb, a pronoun, or a preposition?
At. Um. Right, I'm gonna guess. Is it not actually not? Is it? I don't know. Preposition.
Yes, it's a preposition. Yeah,
Okay.
very good. Describes where something is. We use it
Well
to
done.
show position. Well done. Pell, international.
Of course, Pal would get this one.
Think
Is
about how and where you would use it in a sentence.
it a verb?
It
No,
is not
it's
it's
not.
not a verb
Oh,
because it doesn't show you doing
Oh,
something.
a noun? Oh, yeah, I meant noun. Is it a noun?
It's
is
not a
it
noun because
a
it's not got a
noun?
thing.
Is it a pronoun or is
It
it? I'm not sure.
wouldn't be. So,
So if I say international trade has grown, what am I using international for? What
to
purpose has it got?
would you say it's like to describe trade? So it's an adjective.
Absolutely. Yes. Well done. Yep.
I
It's
need
an
to go.
adjective.
I need to
Woohoo,
go back
Pal,
to
well
year 10. Thanks. Need to go back to school.
No, this is because you are native English speakers. So you do not think these things through.
Yeah.
You just know them. So, and you don't label them. But which is why it will be interesting for non-native English speakers to see this happening, because
Yeah.
eventually non-native English speakers, you will be the same. As your language grows, you will find that this becomes second nature. This becomes something that you just know, and you forget the rules and you forget the whys, and you simply do it. And
Mm.
that is the sign that your English is becoming like a native English speakers. So, Khadija, she.
She. Would that be? Oh wait. Is that pronoun?
Yes, it's a pronoun. Well done. Yes, a pronoun. We're using it instead of a noun.
Yeah.
We're assuming that we know who she is. So we don't need to say her actual name or description. We just say she.
Mm-hmm.
What about it, pal?
Okay. Let me see. Let me look at these notes. It. Well, it wouldn't be like. Look at me using it right now, for goodness sake. Okay. Would it be noun? A noun?
It's not a
Position?
noun because it doesn't specify, does it? It
Yeah.
doesn't really tell you what it is. If you say it, then you're assuming everybody else already knows what it is.
But then it
Is it a
wouldn't be a
preposition?
preposition.
No, because it doesn't give
No.
you any idea about the position of something. You're
Oh,
right.
is it a verb because it can be a thing?
It's not a verb because a verb is about our actions or
Or
state.
a noun because it's a place. I don't know. Or, actually, but then it doesn't say. Right, it's
All
probably
right.
a pronoun.
Yes, it is a
It's a
pronoun.
pronoun.
Yes.
Like
So
it. Okay.
if you listen to this one, so this example, thank you for your present. It was just what I wanted. So what are we talking about when we say it?
The present.
The present. Yes. But
Oh.
so we could have said, thank you for your present. The present was just what I wanted. But there's no need. We already know. We haven't changed that topic. So we can refer back to it just as a pronoun. Yeah, very good. It.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. So, Khadija, what about he?
He.
Hmm.
Is that also a pronoun?
That is also a pronoun. Yes, we're having a little run of pronouns here. And speaking of which, pal, you.
Yeah, so I don't think you is a pronoun. Is it a pronoun?
Yes.
It's not is it a pronoun?
Yes,
you.
it is. Yes. Because it's one of the most regularly used pronouns. So if you think about it, it would sound very strange if we were all having a conversation
Yeah.
and instead of saying, what do you think about that? Can you answer that? If I constantly said your name, if I said, what does Pell think about that? Or it doesn't sound normal. So we actually use you an awful lot because in a conversation, we already know who we're talking to. So we don't say
Yeah.
their names. We use you as a pronoun. Very good. So Khadija, borrow.
Borrow.
Mm.
Okay, wait. This one. Borrow would be. Oh, is that a verb?
Yes.
Verb.
Yes, it's a verb. It's something we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
absolutely. Pell, what about blue?
You know what? I'm so glad I have an easy one now. It's an adjective.
Yes, it's an adjective. Yes, all colours are adjectives because they just help to describe something. Khadija, happiness.
Happiness. What was? Is that? Wait. Happiness is describing. So I don't know. Is
Happy.
Is it?
Happy is
Is it a
describing.
verb or no?
It's
Oh no. Describe. Is it adjective? Don't know.
happy is the adjective. So a happy person describe. So happy describes the noun. So happy is an adjective. Happiness.
Oh, happiness is a noun then.
Yes, it is. That's right. It's a noun. It's this. It's an what we call an abstract noun. So it's not like a table. A table is a noun that you can see and touch, and happiness is an abstract noun. An abstract means something that you can't necessarily see or quantify. It's just happiness.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So happiness is a noun. Very good. Pell, library.
Okay, so a library is a noun.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well done. Yep, it's the name of a place.
Yay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
So,
behind.
Khadija, behind. What do you think?
It's okay. It can't be a verb, right?
No, that's right.
Can't be a pronoun.
No, that's right.
Behind. Would it be? It's either adjective or preposition.
And which one do you think?
Let me just quickly see what preposition. Is it preposition?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I always think that the clue is in the name of preposition because it's got position in
Yeah.
there. So if it's telling you something about where something is, then it's a preposition. Yes, lovely. Well done. So studied, Pell.
Okay, so studied. Would it be a? I don't. Would it be a noun?
No, because it's not the name of a thing.
Or a place?
Studies, you know, I'm busy with my studies. Studies is a noun.
A verb.
It's a verb. Yes,
Okay,
it's what you
there we
do.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. All too often you see this is that actually where you have a word, it has different forms. So it has a verb form and a noun form and an adjective form. So, you know, you can often find that which have the same stem. They sound a bit like each other. Okay, so Khadija, what about happy?
Oh, would that be an adjective?
Yes, it would. Yeah, absolutely. It describes a noun, a happy person, a happy dog. Pell, what about jump?
Jump. Would it be a
Well, think of
verb?
Yes, it would be a verb. Yeah, absolutely. So a verb, jump. Yeah, very good. So it's a very easy verb as well. You can almost see the action, can't you? Jump. And Khadiza, flying.
Flying. Is that also a verb or is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is actually also a verb, although interestingly, ing, this ing form of a verb, flying, can also turn it into an adjective. So in this case, we mean it in the sense of I'm flying to Toronto tomorrow. But we could say a flying bat, in which case flying has become an adjective because you're telling us more about the bat. So it can sometimes, these ing forms of verbs can sometimes be adjectives. You're going to see one in a minute, actually. So, Pell, what about beautiful?
An adjective.
Yes, very good. Lovely. Khadiza, on?
On, is that a preposition?
Yes, it is. Very good. Well done. Dictionary, Pell.
Okay, dictionary is a thing, so
Yes,
it would be a noun.
good. Yeah, it's the name of a thing. Very good. Well done. Clever, Khadiza.
Clever, would that be an adjective?
Yes, it would. Yeah, absolutely. It describes something. Under, Pell. What do you think of under?
Is it a preposition?
Yes, it's a preposition. It tells you something about where something is. Yeah, lovely. 8, Khadiza. What do you think of 8?
Is that a verb?
Yes, it is. It's a verb. It's in the past tense, but it's still a verb. Yes. Pell, opposite.
Opposite. Would it be? I don't know if it would be a preposition.
Yep. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Trust your judgment. It is a preposition. Yes. Now, opposite is quite an interesting preposition because I think some students find it hard to understand what we mean by opposite, but it is literally where something is on this side and something is on this side. They are facing each other.
Mm.
So that opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, boring. I've forgotten who I'm asking next.
Khadiza.
Is it Khadiza? Pal says Khadiza.
Khadiza, you can do it.
Boring, is that a adjective?
Yes, it is. Now, do you remember what I said about how something could become an adjective, even though in fact it was the ing version of the verb? This is one of those examples. Boring. So we've turned it into an adjective. It does mean we could use it as a verb in the ing form, but in this case, it's probably more commonly used as an adjective, usually by young children. This is boring. Okay, so dog, Pell rather.
Would dog be a noun?
Yes, it would. Yep, it's the name of a thing or a person, depending on how much you like dogs. Do you see them as things or do you see them as people? Okay, what about in, Khadiza?
In, preposition?
Yep, it is a preposition. Well done. Next to, Pal.
Would that also be a preposition?
It would, absolutely, yes. Students, Khadiza.
Students with, right, students. Would that be a pronoun or no? And study students, a noun.
A noun.
A noun.
Noun.
Okay.
Yes, it is a noun. Yes.
Okay.
So we're talking about a person. We're talking about a type of person, a person who studies, and that's a student. And in this case, this is the plural form, but it's still a noun. So nouns can be in the plural.
Okay.
Very good. So, Pell, on top.
Would that be a preposition?
Yes, it would. Very good. And Khadija, interesting.
Interesting. Wait, it's happiness. Wait. It's either a adjective. Is it an adjective?
It is an adjective. Yes, very good. But I don't know if you were thinking this as well. It is also the ing version
Yeah.
of the verb interest. Yeah. So,
Mm.
but we use it very commonly as an adjective. Yeah, very good. A lot of English learners find it very hard to differentiate between, for example, interested and interesting,
Mm.
or bored and boring. They're both adjectives that come from the verb, either using the past participle or the present participle. But obviously, as English speakers, we know what the difference is. But for non-native English speakers, they will often describe themselves as boring when they mean they're bored, or just
Mm.
because it's very hard to differentiate between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it Pell?
Yeah.
They?
So they would be pronoun.
Yes, it would. Yep, absolutely. So if it's more than one person and we're not one of those people, then it's they.
Mm.
Laughed, Khadija.
Would that be a verb?
Yes, it is a verb. Yep, absolutely. And talked, Pell.
Would that also be a verb?
Yes, it would. See, totally getting the hang of this. And Khadija, Pell. Khadija, wet.
Wet. Is that a? It's either a noun or an adjective.
So which one do you think? Can you have a wet, or can you have a wet something?
So would that be an adjective?
Yes, absolutely. So you can only use it to describe something else. Yeah.
Okay.
Pell, what about Peterborough?
Is it a noun?
Yes, it is. It's what we call a proper noun,
Mm.
because it's actually the name of a place. So we could say town, which, yeah, Peterborough, well, Peterborough is actually a city. We could say city, and that is also a noun. But because we're using its actual name, Peterborough, we make sure we give it this capital letter and we call it a proper noun. Khadija, what about computer?
Is that a noun?
Yes, it's a noun. Very good. Pell, running.
A verb?
Yes, it's a verb. Yeah, it's the present participle version of run. Very good. Nearly there. What about sky, Khadija?
That is a noun.
That is a noun. Yes, running out of spaces as well, which is always useful at this stage, isn't it?
Oh, these two are so hard.
Where would they
No.
go?
What's it going to be? What are they both, do you think?
Oh, I think it's a verb. No, I'm joking. It's a pronoun.
They're both pronouns.
Yeah.
So we is the pronoun we use if it's a group of people, but the difference between we and they is that if it's we, the group of people includes me, ourselves. So they does not include ourselves. And I, obviously, yes. And
Pronoun.
I is that very hard language aspect for English learners. We don't use capital letters for any of the other pronouns, and yet I must always be a capital letter.
Weird.
But yes, often frustrates some of my students where I'm going capital letter. Okay, so let me just see how we did, because we have to find out our score.
Yes, drum rolls.
Yes, here we go. Here we
Yay!
go. Look at this. Yes, perfect. Excellent job.
Good job, guys.
39
Well
out of
done.
39.
Woo.
Very well done. So that brings our session to a close. If anybody has any questions about anything we've done in this lesson, please do get in touch. You can leave a comment underneath the video, even once we've finished recording, and we will get back to you. And a sad goodbye to Khadiza and Pell today because they've finished their time volunteering with Everyday English. They've been a fantastic help, and I shall miss them very much. Their helpful chat with all of my awkward questions. And thank you so much, both of you, for all your help. And do come back and visit us soon.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
It's
we
been
will do.
fun.
Thank you so much for being so nice to us and
Yes,
patient.
thank you.
Me and Pal.
I think you did really well.
Thank you.
Okay, so everybody, please enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we will see you next. Well, I will see you next week, and have a
Yes,
fantastic week. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.